Robin?
Look who you have.
I have Mr. Dex.
Hi, Mr. Dax.
He's very unsure of what's going on because the dog's behind him in that door.
Oh, well, Daddy will keep him safe.
He's a mama cat. He does not like me that well.
No.
Like as soon as I pick him up, he meows.
Oh.
We've had him for like 4 days, 5 days now, just trying to get him to eat. He's eating now. But
Good. Yep.
yeah, I mean,
Hello.
what's going on with your buyers? Any word?
I haven't heard anything from her.
Okay.
My Mary Benson deal should close tomorrow.
Thank God.
Oh,
Whew.
Congratulations.
thank you. Seller signed today, buyer signs in the morning.
He's eating. Let him eat. Yeah, fingers crossed that my deal, I've got a deal supposed to close tomorrow. It's closing on Monday now. But they just did the final walkthrough on it right now, and there was a piece of glass that was cracked or broken.
Oh. So this is the trouble with our Monday night calls, huh?
Yep, or the Thursday night calls. That's why
Yeah.
people like them, but there's very little activity on them. But if one person wants them, we'll continue.
I like Thursday night compared to Monday.
Hola, Miss Baker.
Hi, Doreen.
Oh.
So
How's
Big
Miss-
Dan,
That is being evacuated.
hi, Heather.
It's warm in here.
So I have a question, Big Dan.
Yes, ma'am.
Last night I took Angelica and Joseph to go see the single family residence, but it seems like a townhouse. It has a house connected on each side, like
Yeah.
both side walls, and the subdivision's called townhouse lots. What the heck's the difference?
Technically, there's very limited differences in a single family home and a townhouse. Commonly, townhouses share the same spacing with a common area. The good thing about it, it's what they call an attached single family home.
So not detached, it's attached.
Versus detached. That's the difference there.
So I kind of think if I could convince Angelica, there's more townhouses in that price range that look in better condition than detached single-family residences. But they were talking about putting in an offer and they were going to let me know this morning, and then they never did.
I hope that it's Angelica. I hope that she gets back to you.
Angelica.
So
And she does not want to buy her sister's house because she says that one's just in terrible shape and it has termites and needs a roof and the fence fell down and all kinds of troubles.
oh no. Hey Jason. We got to get her out of that situation too. The sister went quiet on me too, so that sucked.
Mm.
Yeah, it's just there's a limited difference between a single family attached and a townhome. So cool. Well, you guys are quiet tonight. What do you got? This is your call.
So I had an interesting situation come up today with a referral from my sister-in-law's house back in Ohio.
Okay.
And they had been renting out they had tenants. And we ended up having to take it off the market because the tenants were not cooperating. And they had to they're serving an eviction notice to get them out and then gonna put it back on the market after they're out.
I hate when tenants push back on stuff like that. When's the anticipated time they get out of that?
They already had paperwork drawn up probably a month and a half ago, and they both agreed to a 30-day notice. Either they were going to get out, give the notice, or my sister-in-law. So they are giving them 30 days to get out. But I think, because what happened was they wouldn't give the realtor a key. My sister-in-law lives in Denver and the house is in Dayton, Ohio. They wouldn't give her a key, so they were going to have the locks changed, and then they didn't answer the door when the locksmith got there. So it pretty much was a situation where it was going to be a fight the whole time, and whether they were going to even get out. If it's in the 150 range. So it would have sold fast, and I don't know that they're even going to move out. So safer for everybody just to take it off market. It was going to go live Saturday, so they're just delaying it.
Gotcha. That sucks. Well, at least we get moving, crushing forward on it.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully soon you get moving, crushing forward on getting that thing sold and get you another referral in. That'd be awesome.
Yep.
What's the AC set to? It is really warm right here. Turn it down, please. What are you working on, Jason?
Trying to plug my phone into my chair. Is that what you're asking me? Or,
Your house chair?
I went and talked to Pearson View today, the one in person, and
Right.
he put my number in and said it's not cool, the kind of runaround that they're giving me, and nobody knows what's going on. That's what I'm working on.
What's the anticipated time frame? Did he give you anything?
When I talked to him on the phone, it's sometime, hopefully in November, they say, is what I said. That's not acceptable. I want a date, or the sooner the better, but they won't tell me anything.
Are they just not offering the exam right now?
No, it's because I have to have accommodations. I have a learning disability that's been diagnosed, so I requested accommodations, and they're just going like crazy on the accommodations.
Oh.
Jason doesn't have a learning disability. Jason is what we call super and learning abled. He's too smart for his own good.
Yeah.
Read words that aren't there.
The way he's soaked in everything from all these calls.
That's the thing is, once, and I feel bad for you guys. Once he gets licensed and running, he's going to run circles around you.
He is.
Thanks.
We just need to get him there.
If there's a way that I would could be able to do sales for somebody, and you guys take my tests for me, I'm all in for that.
Hardcore. Awesome. Well, hello, Renee. Hello, Teresa. What's up, Pastor? All right, guys, tell me some goodness today. I need some energy from you. I feel very flat. Everything's just kind of.
Well, my disaster of a closing turned out good. So.
Oh, that was a fun call last night. Whew.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Did you get a disaster call from Teresa?
Yes.
Yeah, I had to have someone to vent to because I could not call my buyer and ruin his birthday. It was his birthday. So I'm like, I can't call him. So I gave the listing agent till 5 o'clock to let me know if her crazy lady seller was going to go back in title and sign. She walked out of signing. So from 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock, I got a nice ulcer. 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I mean, it was just nuts. But thank God she did go in, she did sign. Allison said the lady was not happy, but she did.
Oh
And
my goodness.
it's done, thank God. So
It's
we're putting the HVAC system in also and got it done last night at 6:30. So,
Real estate does have some stress involved.
yeah, I just got through talking to poor Teresita, and she has a closing tomorrow and her buyer is missing in action.
Why isn't she joining these calls?
She's driving right now. She's having a moment. I tried to console her, but yeah, it's the seller's or the buyer's agent can't find their client. So
Oh God, that's not good.
no. So closing's tomorrow, but it may not happen. So she's not having a good evening either. I said, what
Or
is,
have they like gone to their house?
huh?
Have they gone to the house? Like,
I don't know what I don't know if they have that initiative. I would do this. Renee, I'm right with you. I would go
I'm
to their
thinking like if they're not answering their door, you might need a welfare check. Like, that would be concerning to me, I guess, but
Yes, absolutely. Like, did they die? Something, I mean, it does happen. I hope not, but it's nuts. And I got into real estate thinking, oh, this is going to be so fun.
It is fun. You just have to have a twisted personality like I do. I got yelled at in Korean today.
Well, do you know Korean?
No.
Well, that was a good thing then, because you don't
I'm
know
not
how
even
bad
sure
it
I
was.
got yelled at. I just think I just made someone mad, or I don't know. Eileen knows it's her client.
Uh-oh.
She yelled at me too, so
Oh, that's the thing is, if you guys have difficult people, I have no problem reaching out and being your manager. Let me talk to your manager. All right. He's more of an asshole than you are, but good luck. But that's the thing is, we're here to help each other out, and I'm really glad, Teresa, that you called me and vented before you call your client, because it's the best way to de-escalate yourself so that you don't create a worse situation.
Yeah. So when I called him, I was more relaxed because I already, all the steam came off. So thank you for that. And I was able to give him some good news, like, well, this is what happened. It could have been bad. And I had till 5 o'clock to ruin your birthday, but thank God I'm not. So anyway, so yeah. So I did have a good, I met a new guy today, and he's very impressed with the fact that I showed him all the buyer consultation paperwork. And he's like, I've never seen any of this stuff. And I've been working with real estate agents for years. I'm like, well, this is how Keller Williams does it. We are professionals. Pardon?
We do things a little different, the right way. It's weird.
Yes, I said we do things a little different, but that way I'm totally committed to working for you. And this is our agreement together that you're going to work with me. So anyway, so I think it's going to be good. I told him he was not ready to sign. I said, I'm not expecting you to sign tonight. I brought these papers so you could have your time to go over them. And then if you want to hire me, I'm ready to work for you. So I think he said, well, I have a really good feeling. I said, good.
I got a feeling.
I mean, I've been trying to get an appointment with him for a month. So he's not one to be pushed into something, but at least now he did like what I had to say. So
Anyone else got some good victories we can rally around before we jump into a topic I want to get some information from
I have a question for Teresa. You had mentioned that you get a list from maybe somebody to get investment properties or auction properties or something in the group chat the other day, and then I can't find it.
oh yeah,
You get a list every day or something?
yeah, Kathy Fowler with Title, she sends me that
Oh,
every
okay, yeah.
morning. Yeah, so you can ask Kathy just to send it to you. It's a trustees sale.
Trustee sale, okay.
Trustees sale, yeah.
Uh,
Or I
Kathy or
can-
Colleen.
Yeah,
They can
yeah.
both do it too.
I have a potential investor thing happening.
Okay.
Thank
And,
you.
I can forward it to you, but it's just as easy for you to contact them and they'll send it directly to you every day. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I can contact her. I've worked with Kathy before. She's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, she is.
Well, there you go. I love when you guys pick up investors. Now's the time.
He'll be my fourth. So
Have you met an investor who says, "No, I want to wait until see what happens until the end of the year after election"? No, investors are like, "Help me find a deal."
I have so many of them, but there's just
Mhm.
nothing that they're
That's
interested
when you get these trustee sales and you start banging on doors. And
in.
I want you guys.
She was supposed to put me on the list for that, and I still haven't received a single one. So
Oh, well, I can forward them to you. I've got a whole bunch of them. So I
if you
actually
don't
went
mind
back
sending
and
just, like a recent one or two, that would be great. They've
okay,
sent me
yeah.
some stuff, but that's the one thing that they haven't sent me yet. So
Yeah, I can go back. What I did, I sent them. I think I had 90 anyway, but I can send you the last month or two if that's all you want. I'll send them to you.
yeah, I don't even need that many. If you could just send a couple.
Okay, all right.
He's
The
supposed to call me
auction,
again on Tuesday, I think. So I'll mention it if I'm not getting them by then. I'll mention it to her then.
okay. The auction for the October ones are they're going to be in January, so that gives your investors some time and use some time to do the research and see and try to talk to the banks about trying to get it sold without hurting the clients so bad.
Awesome. Thank
Or
you.
I'm sorry, the owner of
Teresa,
the property.
I-
Yeah.
I put my email in the chat. If you
Okay.
wouldn't mind sending me just a couple so I can look at them and look and
Yeah.
see what I'm looking at.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Like
Renee,
it.
throw yours in the chat too, Renee.
It's a super awesome agent at Carlton Team.
At what?
What did Tom?
We don't
What
have
did
a separate.
Jason write? That is so cool.
All right, let's talk about how do we get more listings? How do we get more listings? What are you guys doing to edge out what just Renee said? There's nothing out there. Yes, there are. There are tons of deals out there. We're just not getting them. They're already under contract well before we ever see them. What happens if we go out and find sellers and align them with our buyers? When was the last time you ran a Facebook ad or any kind of ad or even a Facebook post that was trying to attract sellers?
I have some to run, but I'm so busy. I thought I don't really want any more right now. It's just terrible. But anyway, I do have some I want to run. So
Okay.
maybe I can do that this week or this weekend, get to it.
Get
I
yourself
wanna,
and get one of these other agents working with you.
I literally, where's my folder?
Half
Literally,
is better than all or nothing.
yeah, I mean, I do have a Facebook page that I have all of these that I need to call. I did send them all emails, introductions, and I do the research and find out the home they're interested in and send them an email, but I need to actually sit and call them. And I have about 50 calls to make tomorrow.
Yeah, I have a crap ton to make right now.
Yeah.
I have out of town buyers here until Sunday, so they've taken up a lot of time.
Yeah. Oh,
Out of town
that
buyers
was
suck you dry, unfortunately. They're difficult.
Yeah. I mean, these people are nice. They definitely want to move. It's just coordinating everything.
my California buyer, he's decided to buy a new build. So I'm looking at several builders, and that's going to be good. So I haven't done that before. So
Yeah, that's one thing that I got to do with these guys that I hadn't done much of yet. So I went and did all the Dove Mountain ones yesterday. Well, not all of them, but almost all of them.
Oh, great.
I can give you my 2 cents on those, but
Yeah. Well, they're looking at closer between here and Phoenix. So that's what areas I need to go show him. So, but
All right. I want you guys to start thinking of what you can start doing to generate some leads for yourselves. And don't say that you're too busy. That's a good thing.
I know.
You got some buyers are going to buy now, some sellers are going to sell now, and then some sellers and buyers aren't going to do anything for a few months or even a year or so. It's called pipeline for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make sure you fill it because it's going to constantly create pressure and build and push things along. And that's how you grow a business. By filling your pipeline, by adding clientele, not by doing a roller coaster. Work real hard to get to the top. Whew, I'm busy. I need to slow down. And then all of a sudden it goes down again. And then you got to work real hard to get it back up there again. Whew. Let me ask you, how much less energy does it take to just push things across the constant line than it would to push something uphill just to rely on the way down? That momentum doesn't ever take you back to the top again, does it?
No, you just got to keep going.
Go, and then you sometimes slide backwards.
And no matter how busy I am working with the clients you're working with right now, I still try to time manage every single morning for 2 hours. That's when I'm connecting with all the new leads. And because I know that's going to give me business down the road. So otherwise, like you said, I'm going to be sitting here with nothing to do. And I don't want that.
Speaking of sitting there with nothing to do, if you talk to your sellers out in the sticks with them dogs,
I have sent her text messages and I have called and left voicemails. So even though I was actually secretly happy she didn't answer, does that make me feel horrible?
no,
Maybe I should give her to you, Dan. You want to go down to Rio Rico and try to sell a $500,000 house?
sure.
Okay. She might like you. You're so charming, and I was obviously not.
I am not charming. I am scripted. There's a difference.
But whatever it is, it's good. So
It's the cologne. Clearly, you can tell from here.
yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really want to see some of that, utilization. I know that we're moving from command in compliance in command, and just moving it back into dot loop. But it does not mean we're stopping to use command. I still want you to use it for your deals, use it for your tracking, generate leads with our lead accelerator from it, so you can really start creating better pipelines. I'd love to see you build your databases. My database went from 700 to 1,400 in the last 2 months. Most of mine are agents, but.
Big Dan, are we going back to Dulup?
yeah.
Or they had an agreement now?
Another what?
Do they have an agreement?
Yes, we have an agreement now. So pretty much for
that's
the next
good.
year or so, expect to be in dot loop. If you've got deals in command currently working, finish them in command. Any new ones from now on start in dot loop.
Okay, good.
Pretty please. All right, what else can we get on? I mean, we've hit on a topic. Stop it. Dog's trying to break in.
So everything is going great with me, except I still need to work on my script with the sellers. Till now, I don't have any sellers, but I have 7 deal under in escrow. I just closed one, 285, 500, and the next week I'm closing 310, and the other week I'm gonna do another 300. So, but I'm still working on finding sellers. I have 4 potential one, 2 for next year, and 2 other they're not really. They're trying to find where they're gonna move. One of them just went to Tennessee to see if he may like the area and be able to move, sell and move there, buy another house. But I think I need to work on myself to get so many deals. That's the challenge I have right now.
What are you doing in the mornings at 8 a.m.? Join our scripts and role play call. I've seen you pop on there once or twice in the last month, but consistency in there is going to help you grow. We'll focus around conversations with sellers.
Yeah, I think I need to create time, find time. Yes, wake up a little bit earlier because I have to drive, prepare for my lady who's old, 5 old, and get her to school. But I need to wake up earlier so that I can get ready by 8 to script.
It's helpful. I mean, I don't ever want you guys to subscribe to my notion of success, but there's kind of a track record between those that are showing up consistently and what's happening to their paychecks. I know you can't, but you can always jump into the scripts and listen to YouTube afterwards and pick up some stuff. What podcasts are you listening to? What books are you listening to? What are you filling your brain with other than entertainment? Hi, little one.
Say hi.
Kids are on Zoom all day, yet they're still shy in front of it.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of you, Kim. Keep it up, man. You got a lot of work and come a long way.
Thanks.
Keep it going.
So Big Dan, we were talking about Kathy Fowler before. Is that also who I would ask for lists for neighborhoods, for addresses and phone numbers?
Yeah, circle prospecting, yes. If there's a neighborhood specifically you'd like, you can send me an email with the address and the circle list you'd like, and I will send you a list. We do pay for that program, so y'all don't have to.
And if you're looking for phone numbers, Paige Draper with Pioneer Title.
Paige Draper.
I wonder what system she uses.
I don't know, but it's nice. I can send an intro. I've done that for a couple of agents. Just sent, hey Paige, this is a new agent, blah blah blah. Yeah. So I can send you an email and her an email, Robin.
Oh, thank you.
I
That'd
have
be
your
great.
email.
If she's good enough and we want to, we have a business arrangement with Title Security, so we really can't promote her, but if she's good and wants to help out some agents, I'm good with having her help out some agents. I talk to you guys on a call and say, hey, what's up?
She's with Samantha Williams' team.
Okay. So far I have had meetings with one person on this call about your GPS and 411s. I have another one scheduled for tomorrow. If you have not sent me yours or have not done so, you need to. It's insightful what you can do with putting your goals in order. Renee, I believe you're doing yours with Jason.
Yeah, I do mine with Jason weekly.
So do you find it helping? Dory's got hers. Love it. There you go. Vanna White.
Yeah, I don't do one on the actual sheet. We just have an ongoing email thread of them that we summarize every week.
I would challenge you guys to move towards the physical format.
Like we meet in person every week and talk about it, and then we just summarize it in an email back and forth.
Yeah, like I said, I would challenge you guys to do the formalized sheet so you can have a visual representation at all times, not in an email. It's very easy to tuck your email. Like right now, my email is behind all your beautiful faces.
Mm-hmm.
But if I were sitting at my desk in my office, my 411 would still be right there. What are you working on, Teresa? Other than muting yourself?
I just have to remember I didn't put the final statement in for the closing for my broker. So I'm throwing that in right now. I did everything else. Forgot that.
Oh, she's working on something because I can see the screens moving in her glasses. Giving away
You
my
can
secrets.
probably read what I'm doing in my glasses.
Giving away my secrets of how I know what you guys are doing when we're on calls.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to forget this. So
It's okay.
I'm listening.
What do we got planned? I mean, I've gotten almost everyone's goal on here, what you're going to close out by the end of the year and what we got currently in escrow. How are we coming along on those plans? What actions have you taken? What things have you done differently to make sure that you hit your goals?
Well, I'm trying to reach out and follow up on leads, and I know it takes so many touches, but it's hard when, they don't answer. And so I leave a message, and then the next day I try an email, and then I try to text, and then I try calling again.
What I love doing, when you leave a voicemail for somebody, follow it up with an email. And the voicemail email is very simple. It just says, hey, just tried to call you, subject line. Hey, just tried to call you. And then recap what you're trying to say. You'll get some responses in your email, not voicemails. Always leave a voicemail still, but recap it in an email.
Okay. And I also, what are your very first steps? So I know we want to qualify our buyers, and we want them, and if they haven't even talked to a lender yet, I mean, they really have to start there, but how do we get them aligned with us first?
My first steps would be making a conversation and connection with them, and then bringing them into an understanding of how important it is to talk to lending agents. If they are not going to talk to somebody right then and there, and they're, we just want to look at some houses first, and you tell them, these are the things you need to do. You'll find out if they're really serious or not. And at worst case, invite them into the office, have a meeting, do a buyer consultation with them. Like I had a lady this morning, yesterday morning, called me up on a sign call, 20 years old, tired of renting. She's like, I've already talked to some people. They told me I couldn't do it. I was like, who did you talk to? Well, my friends, my mom, my family. I was like, have you talked to a lending professional? No, my mom told me I shouldn't yet. I was like, okay, what does your mom do? She's a housekeeper. I was like, okay, so she knows a lot about finances. You can see where that conversation went. And all I did is like, hey, no cost to you. Let me introduce you to Rich. That way you guys can at least start the conversation. He can walk you down the path of what it's going to take to become qualifiable if you are concerned. And she had a great mindset. She's like, I'm just tired of renting. I don't want to rent anymore. I was like, that's great. I was like, what's your phone number? And then keep talking. Okay, keep conversating. Okay, we're great. What's the email address you want me to send that to? Okay, great. Keep talking. That way, because you're moving one piece at a time instead of getting all their information at once. You're building rapport, asking for a question. Building rapport, asking for a question. And then all of a sudden, I literally hit send on the Interlend app as I'm on the phone with her. I was like, hey, you should get an email shortly from Rich. I introduced the two of you so you guys can continue the conversation. He is my lending professional. I want to make sure you get the best care possible. And he can tell you programs that are out there for first-time home buyers, down payment assistance, everything out there that can help you become a homeowner. And she was all excited. And guess what? When Rich called her, she answered. And it was like, I hung up, Rich called.
Smart, because I didn't know how to do that Interlend piece, because I've seen it and I need to have all that information to plug in. And if I don't have it, it's not like it's a link that I send to someone.
Actually, on the app, you can actually put their information in and he calls them. So
Right, we need to put their information in, but when I don't have all their pieces of information.
Okay.
I see.
Keep asking. And you got to keep asking. And you'd be surprised. We have more of a feared version to asking for contact information than people do giving it.
Mm-hmm.
it is expected that they're going to have to give up some information to get some information. You're going to find a select few out there that are just assholes. Like, what's the price of this house? Okay, click. Okay, fine. I don't want to deal with you anyways.
And one nice thing, Robin, is because I learned this. One guy I was talking to, he was all excited. You know, we had a meeting. He's going to go in. I told him, you know, we're going to do our buyer consultation. And I said, have you talked to a lender yet? And he's like, yeah, I've got this guy, you know, that I'm starting to work with. I'm going to, you know, I said, well, okay, just, you know, let him know who I am and he can send me your pre-qual letter and we can go look at homes right after the consult. It was on a Saturday. Well, he calls me back and goes, well, he told me I have to use his lender. So you don't want to get in that situation. So steer them toward, I mean, get them in the buyer consultation, get them to sign your agreement and then say, okay, you can go anywhere you want for your lending. You know, this is some ideas and intro lend or Keller Mortgage or whoever. And then they may say they want to use their own bank, and that's fine, but get them in your agreement. That way they don't go to some lender and their lender's going, oh, well, I've already got you set up with, you know, Miss Smith over here because she's my preferred real estate agent because I lost that because of that.
Oh, crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Lost that deal. But there's more to get, so we'll be all right. We learn by all of our mistakes.
Learn collectively.
I'm learning so much.
I've learned so much. It's almost been a year, and in this year, I have learned so much.
It's all thanks to you guys and your participation. So thank you. Keep bringing people to it. I need to grow the base. We need to get more people. I want you to start thinking about now is who do you want to work with you when you're out there doing deals? Start thinking along those lines. Hey, I really like the way that this person worked. Hey, Dan, give him a call. Start building your downlines. Let's get some profit share going for you. It helps me. It helps you. It helps everyone.
I actually have someone that might be interested. She's a new friend, just moved to the area, and she's kind of likes I share different stories with her, not any names or anything, but just, you know, the fun times and different stuff. And she's all excited about thinking about maybe going into real estate. So yeah, she's a great bubbly personality. Really, I think she would be great. So
that's good news.
Mm-hmm.
Big Dan, I was trying to recruit someone I meet in advance. She's a lady, an engineer. She works at Caterpillar. Her name is Audrey, and she speaks French. She said, you know, I do real estate. And she thought, yeah, I think I'm thinking about that. And where do you work? Say, Keller Williams. Yeah, I know that guy, Big Dan, Cold War. I always spoke to him. Oh, that's good. That's a wonderful person to talk to. She's an engineer. She think about starting her career in real estate.
Yeah, she was awesome. That's what we have a community out there, guys. People know who we are. They know what we're doing. So let's start selling ourselves a little bit more, but don't be secret agents. And I want you guys to be out there and telling people what you're doing. Get a video testimonial. I mean, shit, I could really use some good ones from you guys on what Keller Williams has done for you, what the coaching program's done for you. Teresa gave us one that was awesome. We put it on our website.
I didn't know you was going to put that on your website. I came across that. I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, yeah.
I'll have to go look
I
now.
get a bunch of them so I can sew them together. So it'd be multiple. So
Yeah, please help me. So everyone's not focused on me. You guys have to step up. You can slowly delete me.
slowly phase out Teresa.
Yes.
Well, I do find the more I talk, I went to a planning board meeting the other day and I just, in waiting to go into the meeting, I started talking and one of the ladies that was there was like, oh, I didn't realize you were in real estate. I'm so glad to know that. And my husband and I want to buy a piece of property and build a custom home. And it's okay.
Awesome.
Yep.
Great. What custom builder are you going to steer them to?
We're not going to steer anybody.
Well, you're not going to steer. What custom builder are you going to introduce them to?
So my brain's tired right now and it's not coming to me, but I know I do have a list of a few because I asked for my brother because my brother wants to build on his land in Sonoyta.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, there's some good builders out there, quite a few. So. Oh, Doreen, I love your big baby.
A big doggo.
And something else came up in my work
He
at
says it's dinner time. He told me it's dinner time.
Okay, what said something else came up? What?
in my work at Pima County today that made me wonder, do we ever ask about radon testing? I didn't realize, so we came across, there's this piece of property that Pulte's under contract to buy from Tucson Unified School District owns it now. They bought it in the 90s. And apparently in the 50s, they were gonna mine uranium there. And there's super high levels of radon. And they tried to rezone it and the rezoning never passed because it was going to need like $1 million of mitigation to be safe enough with this radon problem. And they're coming back into the county to try and do stuff again. And now Pulte's under contract. And I found this old note in our mapping that was like, you know, no permits, talk to Chuck Huckleberry. So I started researching it and found out all this history, and now we have to figure out what to do. But there's this area of Tucson along South Cardinal Avenue that's like this known hotspot for uranium and radon in Tucson, and I had no idea.
Neither did I. That's good news.
Yeah, if it's anywhere near mining, that's. And
Is
then
there a map?
if you ever have anywhere that has a basement, it would be recommended if you had a basement too.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, we know that. That's basements are key.
Is there a map, Robin, a radon map that gives you the radon levels for Pima County? Or
So I've found some stuff on the state website and this old report, and I can send you links. It's really interesting.
Mhm. I don't know if the USGS would have that or not. I can check.
I don't think so.
There was pockets in Indiana. We were selling a home up there, and unfortunately our basement had a minute level of radon, which warranted, it was barely over the threshold, but we had to put a whole radon system in. So anyway, it wasn't that big a deal, but you know, it was just more expense. So it is a thing.
It
is
is.
a thing.
Well, that's impactful. I mean, that's the one thing you don't even think about here is radon much, because of radon comes from decaying material. It's a carbon decay. You don't have a whole lot of that in caliche.
Mhm.
So, unless you get dinosaurs.
The house I just closed on, the buyer wanted a radon test. So there is a guy in Tucson that does it,
There's a
Yeah.
lot of people.
but it typically, there's a lot of radon testers in Tucson?
Yeah, like Chad with Pillar to Post.
Chad Casper.
Yeah, Chad Casper he keeps radon kits.
Okay.
I've had other inspectors that have offered it too. So the one thing with inspectors in doing it is they don't keep a lot of kits on hand because they don't use them that often. So if you do want one, you just want to make sure that you ask them before.
Mm.
Ahead of time.
Yeah.
And the resolution, even if the level is a little high, it's not that big of a deal. It's not too expensive. Basically, they're just going to drill a hole down and they put this tubing in with a fan, and it just sucks it up and blows it out away from the foundation. So,
Yeah, typically you'll find a lot of radon in properties that don't vent.
mhm.
And at Tucson, we don't have basements, but most of our houses are open airy.
Mhm.
We're not back East Coast. Some windows and doors that we leave open and let air come through quite a bit. So that's where you see a lot of it.
Yeah. Thanks, Robin. I didn't think about radon being out here in the West. So
Thanks for scaring us all, Robin. Jeez.
now we're like, oh no.
I saw on the map where this problem is, there is a whole big subdivision sitting on some of it.
Yeah, that could be an issue.
And we've never let this piece of property get developed because of it.
Oh yeah, it can be a big issue if it's very high. Yeah, causes cancer, lung cancer.
We don't want that.
Lungenkunzer.
Yeah, no.
Well, anything else, guys? We kind of like tapered off a little bit. Got 14 minutes left, or we can call it. You can go make dinner, wrestle puppies, fight bears, whatever you do, Jason. I don't know. Take a nap in your massage chair. Awesome. Well, nothing else. I'm gonna call it. 8 o'clock.
Actually, I have a question.
Ah, the Beller. always at the Beller. Go ahead.
So we have a listing up in Red Rock right now, and the sellers aren't happy because they think they could have gotten more money out of it. It matches like 90% of the homes, what they've sold for up there. But there's one home that sold for way more. Is it like appropriate to ask the buyer's agent if it appraised at or above value?
So your listing or the other one?
The other one.
Ask them, absolutely.
It's a KW agent, so.
Absolutely ask them then.
Because I'm more so wondering because we have another listing coming next week in Red Rock. So,
What's your price range? How big are the houses? I mean, we got another listing coming live out there next week.
Yeah, so do we.
So
I'm not sure what the next one is. The current one was a 3.2 though. It was a little bit bigger than most of them.
yeah, this one's massive. It's a 5.3, huge
Oh,
ass.
wow. Yeah, ours next week it's either a 2-story. It's either a 3.2 or a 2.
No, this is honest. I can't say where Jason got it. It's a friend of Jason's.
Huh?
He's not licensed, so he can't do anything with it, but it's Jason's friend. So
Who's Jason's friend? What?
the house we're selling, it's massive.
Oh.
It's one of the model homes that was Red Rock's model home.
Gotcha.
So it's got like a $50,000 backyard.
What day is your guys' going live?
Probably Thursday.
Okay, that's when ours is too. Coordinate.
It's the best day to go live. All the open houses.
I know. Coordinate open houses. Schedule them all around each other. Get more people in.
Oh,
I always look at when open houses are scheduled when I schedule an open house.
So, oh yeah, we'll work it out. We'll work out the details. But yeah, definitely call and ask the other agent. Hey, what is yours going to contract for, or what did it appraise for?
Okay.
Just ask.
And it's a KW agent. I just wanted to make sure it was like okay to ask before I ask.
Yeah.
Because it sold like way above what the other ones are. So that's why but there doesn't appear to be anything special about it. So.
Cool. Let's get the other one sold too. Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm sure that one will sell overnight. I'm sure. Well, over the weekend, whatever.
More than likely.
Dan, was you contemplating canceling tonight's PC meeting?
Well, we had been having such low attendance. I didn't know if it was something you guys found value in anymore. So.
Oh, okay.
I've had a couple of weeks. It was just one person on the call.
Oh man.
One week it was Tess. 1 week it was Robin. 1 week it was Jason. I was like, hey, thanks for hanging out. This is mainly for you guys. We can talk about things, discuss things. I really don't have the lessons set up for Thursdays. This is a mastermind to build ideas around, so you guys can take, because we're going to be moving back into a real world where people don't have the ability to telecommute and join in as much as they did. So the evenings might be the only time you guys have the opportunity to communicate or collaborate together. So I want to give you this opportunity so that you can grow and develop different skill sets and talk about different things, so that now out of the call, one of the 7 of you can say, oh yeah, that's happened before. We talked about it in the call. So I just wish we can get the other 44 of us to join. And we will, but every castle has its different group of jesters, and you are mine. So, well, guys, 8 a.m. scripts and role play. I'd love to see you there. Let's make something happen. I want to see some greatness out of you. Go do something with your families now. Shut off your phones, shut off your lives, shut off your Facebooks, and go spend some time with the people that matter most. For me, I got to take care of these barky dogs. I'm happy I closed the door on them. So
All right.
Chicago's been going door to door trying to break in. I can hear it at every door.
Like, what is he doing in there?
Exactly. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful night.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much.